Hi, this is Barbara Wilson, Mary Beth Wilson's mom. This is in regard to a rebuttal about her website that she has posted worldwide and about a veterans video that she produced on her own life describing what made her into a good veteran. She goes into her childhood and frankly she's veiling, bashing her Christian upbringing. It's true that we moved a lot. I'm disappointed that Christine actually emphasized it. Steve said 35 times we didn't have any friends, and then she said 37. And yeah, it's true. But the book of Exodus is still true too. There's still military families with kids that move around a lot, but they don't make videos against their parents. We were poor. I couldn't work. I did have a dying daughter, Mary's sister. Um, and it was tough. Not only it was tough on the children, and it was tough on me and Dwayne too. But this woe is me, I'm a victim, and Mary had more entitlements and privileges and gifts and clothes and rides to Bob Jones. She was no deprived outcast. She just didn't like or understand maybe what's going on. I understand she was young. But I want to get to the point. Mary didn't live in a bubble. We didn't have a sheltered little life. In fact, the fact that she moved around so much, she probably saw too much, and she experienced a lot of different cities, a lot of different scenarios. Um, Now, she had been rebelling against our home rules, against God's rules. She was going out, sneaking out of the house. She was going with her friend, posting all these parties and margarita parties and hookah bar parties and Janetti Boo Boo Instagram sites. I have all the screenshots if you want them, ad nauseum. But Mary was a rebel. When she went to Bob Jones, she signed the rules. She knew the rules. Um, Now, this movie thing, she went with a bunch of guys who also were graduates that were recruiting girls to go with them to these dirty, filthy, sexy movies, practically X-rated. Um, Mary's Christian friend from Bob Jones cares about her, and she said, Mary, if you don't turn yourself in and repent, I'm going to have to. And that's what the good friend did. Um, Now, the bad best friend that Mary had was also a sacred music major at Bob Jones, and she got expelled as well later. But Mary hung with the wrong people. Um, she made her choices, but, you know, we only lived a mile and a half from Bob Jones. Mary didn't have a car. We had to drive her. Of course, we're going to send her to a Christian university right on our doorstep. She said, oh, my dad forced me to go there. No, we just couldn't support or help her to even get to any other college. She had no car. She was, anyways, that's not the point. We believe in Christian education. We don't want them going into some public university learning about gays and anything goes and the girls and the guys are in the same dorms, etc., etc. Mary had good education at Bob Jones, and she mentions Mr. Myers, the English teacher at Bob Jones, and Mary won the Spanish award at Bob Jones. She should be giving credit to me, a stickler on English, a medical dictation proofreader. I drilled her with English. She should be thankful with gratitude um, for Mr. Myers and the Spanish teacher and all the other people at Bob Jones. That's probably why she was a top NSA linguist in the Navy. She's very ungrateful. And it's just not fair to bash us in a veiled way out of some bitterness that, we were strict, sheltering parents like millions of other parents who send their kids to private schools, whether you're Catholic, Jewish, military schools. They're strict rules. But Mary knew the rules, and she, frankly, broke a lot of Navy rules she thought was outdated too, which I knew about along the way. So it's not like she went in and had popcorn and, oh, she watched some movie and then somebody found out and she was expelled. It wasn't that easy. And she asked me to lie for her to the dean of women that she had a scheduling conflict. And Mary didn't own up to the fact that she, broke the rules. They said, why didn't you walk out? Well, the guys, those rebel guys, Jeremiah Dew, and all the other guys, paid for her movie tickets. She felt obligated to them. And they should not be set foot on the campus of Bob Jones, by the way. And I had trouble with those guys. That whole gang, of the rebels of BJU. I don't know what to say, but that's the truth. There's a whole lot more to it than transparent Mary trying to be transparent and all this. She wasn't transparent. Not with you guys. So I want the truth to be known. I have children and grandchildren and pastors and friends that are watching this stuff. My daughters-in-law and their kids, nieces, nephews, they all are watching this Veterans Bridges Home, Valor, whatever title, I can't remember right now, but I have all the links. Go back and get all the official links on her video and her website. You will be shocked. You will be shocked at who Mary really is. It's sad, but Judges 13, those two godly parents had all the best intentions for their son Samson, but he laid around with Delilah. He was laying around, and frankly, he lost his spirit. He lost his power. He lost his reputation. He ended up blind, imprisoned. He ended up humiliated in the palace. And yes, he pushed the pillars, and God gave him a final victory, and his hair grew back, and he got the spirit. But what a loss of a life. And I'm not claiming to be some angel. I'm not. I know I'm not. But I've been holding a lot in, too. I've been taking a lot of hits. I couldn't work. My daughter was dying from a vaccine injury. I had 6 children. But we gave everything for our kids to have a Christian education. And Mary has no gratitude for that. Sadly. Sadly. And she needs to own up to some things, too.